might want a jury to judge you. Because most of the time it's just a financial system where they take your money and they don't actually look at whether or not you committed a crime or you should be in this building at all. So demand a jury trial. Demand that your rights are protected. Demand that the Constitution is honored. Serving on a jury is an important honor. It's an important civic duty. It's one of the last places that we, the people, get to redress our government with power and authority. Good morning, ma'am. Can I give you some jury information? Some jury info, sir?
Would you like jury info?
Thank you. Jury information. You know, if you're here because you need a jury, you should know what they can do to find you not guilty. Most people don't actually go to a jury trial, and most people don't get the government to actually look at the crime they allegedly committed. They just bow out and pay a price for getting caught and being forced to talk to a cop. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you have rights. We are here to make sure you protect them. I get on a roll sometimes.
You're on fire. I love it.
This is what I do, you know. I'm going to go bark about the next mayor of Denver, too, later today.
We're going to put you on a 3-minute clip on jurors' rights, bud.
I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're a man of knowledge.
Well, you know, I just read the flyer. It's right there.
Read the flyer, people. Please read the information.
It's that easy. If I can just read the flyer out loud to people, I'm barking the truth, right? And I get to stand on my soapbox and feel really good about what we do in our world today. It's that easy.
One person, one juror gets this information, and it changes a person's life.
It changes everything. Good morning, ma'am. Would you like some jury information? Thank you. Have a blessed day. Good morning, sir. Whether you're here to serve on a jury or whether you need a jury to serve you.
Okay.
Remember that juries get to use their conscience. They get to determine whether the law is constitutional and whether the taxpayer dollars should even be spent persecuting this issue.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Some important jury information, ma'am? That's right, folks. Whether you're serving on a jury or you need one to serve you, the role of a jury in today's society is so important. Most prosecutors don't actually get into the details of the evidence until they have to go to trial. And if you don't make them go to trial, all they're going to do is charge you for getting caught up because somebody complained. There's no victim, there's no crime. If the law is not being applied in a constitutional way, the law should be nullified. And the role of a jury is to determine whether people even belong in the courtroom. Good morning, sir. Some
Yep.
jury info.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. God bless you. Appreciate you. It's a bit nipply out here this morning, chap.
Frozen.
Freezing. See why I wanted my pants?
Yes.
Good
I
morning,
brought
sir.
them.
Make sure you use a jury, huh? All right. That's right, folks. If you're here on a jury summons or the government has summoned you, the jury is your friend. Some information about jury roles. If you're here to serve on a jury, remember you get to use your conscience. If there's no victim, there's no crime. That's why we keep saying homeless people shouldn't be doing time because they got a ticket for sleeping on the streets. Or maybe you walked across the street wrong. Good morning, sir. Important information about a jury's role in your life. Whether you're here because they've called you into account, you can make a jury find you guilty or not guilty. Most of the time, the government doesn't actually dig into the evidence or provide satisfactory evidence beyond a reasonable doubt unless you make them. Because they don't care. Too many people, too many tax dollars being wasted. People who go to jury trial overwhelmingly get found not guilty or don't even end up at the trial because the government drops the case. Have a great day. That's right, folks. You got to have all of the evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. If there is any doubt within reason that the crime being accused of did not occur, that the person did not do it or that the law is being applied unjustly, a jury has the responsibility to use their conscience to acquit. Good morning. So if you're serving on a jury this morning, I've got important information for you. And if you're here to ask a jury to represent you, I've got even more important information. Because most people do not use the jury to their advantage. I don't need these anymore, but I love you. I'll hold it in my pocket. I love you. Here. Good morning. Thank you. You're an amazing human being. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Jana. And we love her. Don't let anybody say otherwise. Oh, what time do we got?
8.
Just 8 o'clock or is it 8:30 yet? It's 8:15.
We're going till 8:30?
Yeah, usually. Trial's not going to start right away. Still got a little time. I'm going to take a mental health break.
You're live on your channel?
Yeah. Good morning, sir. Whether you're here to answer a government summons or whether you're here to serve on a jury, there's important information for you today. The jury has the right to use their conscience and determine whether the law is being applied justly. If it's not, a jury has a right to use their conscience and to say not guilty. If the law is unconstitutional, a jury has a right to use their conscience to say not guilty. If the tax dollars are not being applied properly, a jury has a right to say not guilty.
That's right, man. Right on, brother.
Thank
you for being asshole.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much. See, we know how important this is because the lawyers, they thank us. They thank us for doing this work because it's so important. Oh, nobody wants to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to be outside by 7.
I was here late. I couldn't do it.
It's hard. Good morning, ma'am. Some important information about juries. Thank you. Remember, if you're serving today, you have a very important civic duty. And we appreciate you. That's the thing. When you're doing this, it's not about angriness, right? Because we know that there's people all over watching this. And we want you to get this information, guys. This is a fully informed jury. FIJA.org. That's www.fija.org. You can get packets of these flyers really easy, really cheap. They got all kinds of ones that are expensive color copies. There's inexpensive black and whites or yellow and whites in this case. And good morning, ma'am. Whether you're here on a jury summons or you'd like a jury to represent you, the jury is so important in our government today. Slate flyer. Thank you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The jury has a role in our society to use their conscience to determine whether the Constitution is being applied. Thank you.
I'll be out here with you tomorrow.
Thank you.
King Michael.
King Michael, thank you.
Jury information. If you're being called to serve on a jury or whether you need one to represent you, it's an important honor and civic duty to serve on your jury, folks. Oh, man. Oh. And so if you're watching us live around the world, folks, we want you to get on this website, fija.org, F-I-J-A. You can get flyers. You can go to your courthouse. And when you hand out these flyers, try not to hand them out to just everybody as you walk into the courtroom. That's a bad practice. Judges don't like that. So you stand on the sidewalk in public space outside and you bark at everybody walking in. And it's good for your soul to talk and educate people. Right? Morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you're here to serve on a jury this morning, I have important information for you. If you're here because you need a jury to stop government abuses, we've got a flyer for you. Jurors get to use their conscience. And most people just pay off the government instead of making it work for them. So if you have a jury summons this morning, I have a flyer for you.
You know you can't do that here.
I can't do that here. This is my legal space to do that. I can't do that over there on the inside because it's not my legal space to do that.
Your legal space. I thought.
That's right.
Where's the
If you're here to serve on a jury because of a jury summons, I've got a flyer for you. If you're here because the government has summoned you, I have a flyer for you. Most people do not use a jury to their advantage.
Brandt.
Huh?
Whatever became of Eric Brandt?
He's inside in his trial.
In shackles?
No, he's a free man.
Are your
Jury trial today.
has it begun?
It will around 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Are you going? Is it not about?
I'm out here educating the jurors.
I see. I can tell that. Have fun.
Thank you. Oh, hey, Tuesday next week, 2701 Lawrence.
Is that?
That's Lisa's office.
Okay.
We'll be doing phone calls on
Okay.
Thursdays and Fridays. Tuesdays and Thursdays.
What's this? What's that?
Fija.
Fija. That's also.
Yep.
Okay.
Fija.
Thanks.
Yep. That, ladies and gentlemen, was Robert Chase. The infamous Robert Chase, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll, please. The man who can walk an entire parade route with a megaphone yelling at the mayor. I love that man. Of course, we have created a concept of live streaming interruptions, as you noticed. Where's Pike's Peak? I have his gloves. I don't know.
What? Give me his gloves. No.
I took him because he went to the bathroom.
Good.
So where'd you park?
Just a block down.
Should be at a deck if you're going to stay.
A deck?
Yeah, the parking deck, because the streets are 2-hour meters.
Where's the deck?
That building.
How much is it?
It's like $5 or $6 for the day, I think. Depends how long you're going to stay. The problem is that it's 2 hours on the meter. They don't fuck around down here. $25 ticket, sometimes within a minute. They have people walking like 4 or 5 blocks, and that's it.
Is that all it'll be? Is $25?
It can go up if it doubles down if you don't pay it on time and all kinds of stuff. So
25 for the day is acceptable.
It's a business write-off. It's $6 for the day for the deck.
It's not. I mean,
it's 20% less.
I'll put it this way: $5 in the deck isn't in my budget for the day, but $25 later might be.
If you need to pay for the deck, we can do that. Hey, there's Pikes. Somebody probably wants his gloves back.
No, I mean, you're going inside or no?
Huh?
Are you going inside?
Well, no, I'm going to go for a walk first.
Are we?
As a matter of fact, it's getting to that time.
What's up, bud?
Yeah, that's good.
I want to hit these last few people up, and I got a few flyers in my hand. See a few flyers in my hand, so we give these away first.
We're just going to hang out with CDW, and then we're going to watch.
Good morning, folks. Whether you're here to serve on a jury or you need
I
one
know,
to
I might have to
represent you,
repark, I guess. I
most
don't know.
people don't actually make the government find them guilty. God bless you. So the government doesn't find you guilty until you actually make them look at the evidence. Most of the time, they don't look at discovery to find out that you're innocent either, unless you make them go to trial. So if you're here to serve on a jury or you're here on a government summons, please know that a jury is your friend and they
Important
have
information
a
for you?
right to use
You're
their
like, free donuts? No.
serve you.
Important information?
Is it working?
Oh, dude. All this extra
He's
stuff
killing
doing?
it, though. I
Is
mean, he looks like he sounds like a pro. I'm going to give it to him. He
dude.
knows what he's talking about.
Earlier, I probably fucked up once or twice.
Huh?
I said earlier, I probably fucked
Oh,
up.
it's all good. It happens.
But after that,
Checking your nose hairs?
What are you doing?
Pikes! Pikes!
look, is that pajama audits?
Good morning. It's like flyer on jury information. Whether you're here to serve on a jury, you need one to represent you. Juries are your friends, folks.
They can't
Most
see you.
people don't make the government find them guilty or not guilty. They just plead into paying for a system of profiteering by government effort.